Hi folks, I'm Gary Dunshee at Big Bend Saddlery, and this month's tack tip we're going to just talk a little bit about conditioning your chaps, your leggings, whatever you have, and talk about some of the conditioners that you can use on them and kind of sort of how we apply them here at the shop. And maybe that'll help you out when you're trying to decide what it is you want to put on them. I'm going to separate all these conditioners here in the beginning into what we would use on working leggings and what you might want to use on show leggings or nicer leggings or chinks or whatever. For the show chaps, or we'll just call them show chaps, I'd recommend Lexol, liquid saddle soap, Cali Leather Life. Those three things would work pretty good. Because they're not greasy or oily or anything like that. They don't do much to the color of a pair of leggings, and they work pretty good on show leggings. As good as anything you're going to get that doesn't change the color somewhat. So I would recommend that over there. And then for working leggings, there's some other things here that we recommend, and we'll talk about each one of those a little bit more. Skidmore's Leather Cream, Big Bend Leather Conditioner, Chap Wax, Black Rock, Ray-Hole Saddle Butter, Murphy's Oil Soap. And I put this Neatsfoot oil jug up here just to tell you I would not use that. I wouldn't use any kind of straight oil, Neatsfoot oil, olive oil, any kind of oil I would not use on leggings at all. It just soaks it up. They're too thin. It's real easy to get too much in there, and it makes them collect dust, and it just doesn't work well at all. So we're going to set him off to the side and then talk about some of these others. One of the ones that we use a lot on just a regular pair of work leggings that people aren't real particular on if the color stays the same or whatever. They're more interested in the life of the chaps than they are color and all that stuff. They want them to feel good, stay flexible and everything. My favorites are going to be Cali Leather Life, Big Bend Leather Conditioner, and Murphy's Oil Soap. The Murphy's Oil Soap you can buy at a hardware store, grocery store. It works real good, real easy to put on. The other ones, they have their place, and they work real good on a lot of things. The Ray-Hole Saddle Butter, it's good for anything that's working chaps, working saddles. It works good on all that. Unless the chaps are just really dry, I don't recommend using the Ray-Hole Saddle Butter because it has just a little bit of Neatsfoot oil in it. If they're real dry and just about over the brink, then probably the Ray-Holes would be good to use. The Chap Wax, the Chap Wax was designed for chaps that you want to get waterproof. It's real waxy. It's hard wax in there, and it takes quite a few applications of that to get your chaps waterproof. But it's real good in places where it rains a lot and you need to get some sort of coating on your leggings that permeates down into the legging so that your chaps, your leggings aren't always wet. So the Chap Wax is good in that respect. Most people don't want to take the time to put 6 or 8 coats on in a month period or something. They want to just put it on once and be done. And in that respect, that's where the Cali, the Skidmore's Leather Cream, and the Big Bend Conditioner comes in. The Black Rock is also good. The Black Rock's going to change the color. It's not oily or anything. Black Rock's really good stuff. It's fairly expensive for the amount you get, and it's used mostly by people that have collectibles, old spur leathers, old belts, old chaps, old saddles. A lot of museums use black rock on that old stuff, and there's nothing here any better than black rock for that old stuff to really give it a good feel and to condition it. But it would cost quite a bit to do a whole pair of leggings with it. So I'm going to put it back over here with the Chap wax and some of this other stuff. Okay, the Skidmore's cream, it's pretty creamy, has a little wax in it, and it works real good, goes on real fast. The Big Ben conditioner is just a little waxier, but it's soft. It goes in real good, and I would suggest when you use either one of these two that you put your chaps outside, just hang them over the fence or something on a good sunshiny day and get them warm, and then go over them with either one of these sparingly. Be thorough with it, but sparingly, and try not to get too much in there. Either one of these is going to kind of give you a little waxy feel to it, which a lot of people like. If you don't like a waxy feel, I wouldn't use either one of them, but they're going to last pretty good whenever you put it on. Okay, these two, the Cali Leather Life, it probably has less conditioner in it for conditioning, but it goes on real good, and it does a pretty good job even without the waxes and the stuff that these other guys have in it. You're probably going to have to put it on just a little bit more often than you would any of this, but it's a real good product. We use it on leggings like this right here, and here in a minute I'm going to put some on and kind of show you how we go about putting it on. And then the Murphy's oil soap, I would say that it and the Cali are my two favorite. The Murphy's oil soap, Ray Hunt told me about that. That's what he used on his leggings all the time. Doesn't get them oily or nasty, they don't collect dust, but it conditions the leather real good. And it says it's an oil soap, but it's not oily, for whatever that's worth. And if you have any questions about any of this stuff, well, feel free to call me. The saddle soap, it's got its place. It's really not on chaps. It's okay for show leggings, but it's kind of like the chap wax. You have to put it on so frequently for it to ever have an effect on anything that it's really not worth doing it. And the Lexol, same way. You just got to apply it a lot of times before you get enough glycerin and stuff out of it. It's pretty watered down, and it's a good product, but it has its place, and probably not for working leggings, but better for a pair of show leggings that aren't going to be out in the elements all that much. All right, we'll go ahead and do an application here so you can see how we apply this. All right, we're going to just use this Cali because it's easy to put on, and whenever we get a pair of old leggings like this in, they're pretty stiff. Some guys like stiff leggings, and we're not going to change that a whole lot. These leggings are pretty old, and the leather just had a firm hand to start with, so we're not going to really soften them up. But it does condition them, keep them from checking and cracking and breaking open, and just makes them last a lot longer. This Cali's, I guess you'd say, kind of a liquid, and we like to use it not sparingly at all. Like to really get it on there where it gets down into the leather and does some good. And we like to even put it on the fringe. I don't know if you've ever seen an old pair of leggings that nobody ever treated the fringe on, but they get cracked and break off. The fringe does quicker than anything else because it's so small. This is getting stiff here already, but you can just get piece of cardboard, put underneath there. And apply it very liberally. We're not going to get too much cali on this, or the Murphy's oil soap. You can kind of let the blue dog roll with that. Flop them over to the other side, do the same over here. The only thing we're not going to do is the inside. We don't do the inside of Chaps unless we absolutely have to. That can make them feel kind of funky whenever you're wearing them, and if there's any residual or residue or anything, it can come off on your pants and not feel too good. Most of the leggings we make are rough out, because the rough out just wears better and lasts longer, and that's the way most guys want it done, so their leggings will last longer. And any conditioner will penetrate faster through the rough out grain than it does the slick out grain. It's just more open and easier to penetrate, so this works a lot better. Now we would just set these somewhere, let it soak in, and see what it feels like tomorrow. And if it feels good, we're done. It still feels dry and like it needs a drink, and we'll do it again the next day. But give it a whole day to kind of soak in. Sometimes that conditioner travels pretty slow, and it takes a while to soak in. So it's always good to give it a little time. If you have any questions about conditioning Chaps or leggings or anything that we didn't answer in this video, give us a call and we'll be glad to visit with you. Or if you have questions about any other kind of tack that we can help you with, just feel free to call Big Ben Saddlery. Thanks for watching.